Great. Thank you. All right. We have a few more people joining us. Again, thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to welcome each of you to our Ascend membership. And this is our orientation today. Today, our agenda, we're going to go through introductions, let you know who's a part of this, who we are at Accelerate Institute. Then we're going to go over an overview of the Ascend membership and support. We're going to talk to you about how to prepare. What do you need to do to get ready to be a part of this, and questions or next steps. This is a really exciting year. We're really excited you're a part of this, and we really want to make sure you know that we're here to support you, and we're here to make sure all of this work is really impactful and ties into the work you're already doing. The goal today, we're going to kind of get started, but we just want to make sure that you guys are ready to get started, and we're going to take it a little slower just to make sure everyone knows where everything is. But we don't want anyone to leave feeling overwhelmed. So in terms of introductions,
Keelan, can I pause? And I think, are you wanting to share your deck with us?
yes, is it not?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, great.
Great.
Must be on the wrong page.
All right, thank you. So here you'll see this is a pilot. We are piloting like a new experience through all of our leadership training. And you can see it's very exciting. We have people from across the country that are going to be part of your peer network. We have a lot of schools out of Chicago. We have schools out of Gary, Indiana. We've got West Coast schools. We've got Nevada Rise out of Las Vegas and Navigator schools out of California. We have some Memphis schools, I believe Memphis and Promise Academies. We have a mix of charter and we have a mix of district schools. So we're really going to be involved in this very diverse group, this peer network. We're going to be learning a lot from each other. It is a pilot, so we will be asking you also for a lot of feedback as we go through this program to say, what do you like? What should we change? You know, you're really going to be an active participant in this. So let me tell you a little bit about who's here on the call and our team. So we'll start with our top row. So we have Dr. Catherine Bird. She's the President and Chief Academic Officer. And Aaron Brooks are the Vice President of Partnerships. They're really the ones who worked with your school leaders to make sure you are part of this program. They really, know your leaders from other programs that we've done and thought that you guys would be great fits for this. We also have Kate Pillay. She is our Director of Finance and Operations, and she is all things IT tech, whatever support we need. So you may be working with her as we go through our online platform. If we have challenges, she's really like our guru to help us out. Then the bottom row, that's really the fun row is what I'm going to tell you. And that's the four of us that are on the call with our blue backgrounds. Myself, I am Keelan Philippe, the Senior Director of Professional Learning. Valia Soto, Valia, wave to everybody. She's one of our Senior Directors of Curriculum Assessment. She's busy letting people in out of the waiting room. And then we have Erin Gilmore, who's another Senior Director of Curriculum Assessment, who you'll be hearing from shortly. And Erica Eichley, a Director of our Curriculum Assessment, who also will be sharing shortly. So we are the coaches for the Ascend membership. You will be seeing the four of us on forums and in videos that we're sharing. So you will become familiar faces and we can support you if you have questions going. We're very excited to be part of it. So for those of you who may not know Accelerate Institute, many of you do, but maybe you don't, over our past 30 years, we have trained and supported over 400 leaders across the past all of our programs. We've had many. And we've had several hundred more teachers and teacher leaders through our teacher training programs. One of the things that we really believe in is schools as places to make change for students and for families. And we have learned through tons of research what are the key processes and practices of high-performing schools, mainly those serving under-resourced school communities and students. From all that research, we distilled it and we created the Accelerate framework. So the Accelerate framework is a guide to equitable, systematic change within schools, right? So we tested it, we refined it at our own school, and we were able to then say, this is truly what excellent leaders must do. And when we say school leaders, we mean leaders at every level in the school, from principal to AP to deans to instructional coaches to teacher leaders. Anybody who's a leader within the school is going to be grounded in this framework. And what you'll see at the bottom is this idea of a transformational leader. They are the foundation of our school building. They're the most important things that make change happen. So, what do we need to do to become a transformational school leader? Well, again, through our research, we found that excellent school leaders excel in these 9 transformational leadership building blocks. So they are the foundation of the framework. They are leadership skills and traits. We, as a group, over the next few months, will be diving deeper into each of these. You'll be doing an assessment to say where are your strengths, where are your growth areas, developing a plan, and doing learning along the way in all of these 9 transformational leadership building blocks. So we're really excited to continue sharing and learning through all of these. So you might be wondering, why? What's the Accelerate model for cultivating talent? Why are you doing this pilot? So we believe that our job is to answer the most crucial issues that are happening in education right now. And right now, we know that that is staff sustainability and retention. We know how hard each of you are working. We know you love your jobs, but at times they can feel unsustainable. And so, what we believe we need to do is change that narrative. So, this is research that we studied. Looked at tons of research, and we're going to distill it down into one simple slide, but we can share more research with you. And I'm sure this is not going to be a surprise to any of you. But when you have higher principal turnover and higher staff and teacher turnover, you get lower student achievement, right? So we want to change that narrative, and we believe that people are our greatest resource. So that people are the greatest resource in the schools. So in order to create more stability, our goal is to support school teams to focus on that most important work of people development. We want to retain our school leaders. We want to retain our staff so that we can get higher student achievement. So we know transitions happen, right? We would love for everyone to stay forever, but people have lives, they move on. We want to also celebrate those transitions, but be prepared for them. You yourself may say, I love my job. I don't want to go anywhere. Great. We're going to support you in getting better at it. You may be thinking, hey, I've been kind of seeing that other job as an instructional coach or an AP. I think I'd be really good at that. We're going to support you to get there. Whatever your goals are around staying, retaining, moving on, we can help support you in those. So, what are the benefits? Why are you here? Maybe you're here because your school leader signed you up, but we're hoping you're going to stay because you love it. That's going to be our goal. So we support school systems in tackling the challenge of staff retention and sustainability through this idea of building the capacity of their staff. We know that when people feel supported by their leaders, they are more likely to stay. So what would the benefits to you be? Number one, we know the work is hard, but this membership helps you find strategies that will help you work more efficiently. We don't want you to work more. We want you to work more efficiently and still get the most important work done. Through our clear systems that you're going to learn, your whole team can learn to work more efficiently. So you can retain more of your teachers and more of your team members. And through this membership, you'll have more leadership opportunities that will help you grow in your current role or grow into a new role. So we're really excited about this, and I hope this makes you all feel excited. We're going to do just a really quick reading. So this is from one of our instructional coaches. They're a rising leader. I want you to read their quote from the Rising Leaders Desk, and just on a piece of paper, jot down a word or a phrase that you connect with based on your experience. Okay, I'm going to have some brave souls. Go ahead and add any words that really resonated with you to the chat. Jot down a word or phrase. Great. I'm seeing strategic, greater impact, priority list, strategic, must be a priority, strategic, co-create and strategic leadership, impact, easy to use tools. Yes. Impact. Great. These are all huge words. Those are all ones that really resonate with me too. Do right by our students. Love that. Development, priority, strategic leadership. Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. So as you can see here, I've highlighted, these are the words that stuck out to me. I think they're very similar to what you guys said. Strategically, prepare me, leadership ready. We always say people who are leadership ready at whatever role they're in make a greater school, right? You don't have to actually move into the next role, but if you are ready for that role, you're going to be even more impactful. Priority. This is huge. We will be working with your school leaders, and so there'll be consistency across the school, and we're going to help them make this a priority in their work. This idea of co-creation, so important. Easy to use tools and a leadership development plan. And we're going to talk more about that in a second. Our goal is through this process and being part of this membership that the work you're doing is aligned across your school, so with other rising leaders and with your principal, that it's proactive. I don't know how many of you have been told, hey, can you now move into this role? Because I need you to do it right away without any training, right? And you're like, okay, sure. But that doesn't mean that you're ready. So we want to be proactive training and collaborative. We want to be working collaboratively with our school leaders, with your coaches here at Accelerate Institute, with other people in your peer network. So those are the 3 things we're going to be working on. So we're very excited to have you. I'm going to turn it over to Erica, who's going to tell you more about the nitty-gritty of what this membership looks like.
Fantastic. All right, you're stopping your share, Keelan? Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Can do that. Hang on 1 second.
Sorry, did you want me to?
I can share. I can do that. I'm ready. Let me just find it.
Oh, I have it. I thought
You
you
got it?
wanted.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, if you because I've just got a couple slides. If you advance, that would be perfect. Okay, everyone. Hi, welcome. Thanks for being here. So you heard a lot of words, you heard a lot of things that hopefully resonate, you believe in them. Sure, but like Bart, you may be asking, so what am I getting out of all of this besides more work, more things to do, more to add to my plate? I'm at my desk eating my lunch. There's a lot of priorities that I'm juggling. So what does this mean for me? So, and that what we do not want to do is add more stuff to your plate. We want to make the work more sustainable for everyone. And so we want to share with you what this looks like. So first, and you'll see we call these weekly learning opportunities because every week something's going to come to you that you can engage with. The first week is a virtual live forum. You've already received those invites to those forums. You're going to choose one each month that you want to attend. And that's the opportunity to connect with other rising leaders here on this call and learn new content that you can use right away in your current job. Something you can take and adapt, learning new concepts that you can say, oh, this is going to help make my day easier today. Then in the second week, you're going to have access to online courses. And this is our on-demand learning that's going to give you, and you'll see each month, you'll see often a theme and how the forum and the online work connects. But this is on-demand learning. So the second week, you're accessing this on your own time and your own schedule. There's a mini lesson and application, again, something that you can use in your work right away. And then week 3, you're going to get a tool, a template, a script. Again, complementing what you're learning, something that you can implement maybe the same day or something you might tweak or take something from and use right away in your work. And then finally, there's the community connection. And we get at this primarily through our message boards where in the 4th week, this is an opportunity to engage in a question, ask each other questions, interact with coaches and fellow leaders, things that you may be grappling with the content in your role, and have a chance to connect with one another. Now your principal, and if you have an executive director, they're going to receive regular touch points and weekly offerings as well. They're similar, but a little bit different than yours. So they'll know the forum content that you're getting so that they can make connections and see how to bring that into your work together. All right, so those are the main opportunities you're getting week to week. And we'll talk more at the end about how to kind of set aside some time to engage with these. But many of them are at your own pace, so you can really make your schedule and decide when you want to take advantage of them and work them into your role. And then another component of our model, and your principal is working a lot in this model, and you'll learn a little bit more about that and their component. But the main piece that you're working on is this leadership development plan. And the idea here is obviously you're setting goals, and hopefully you love setting goals as much as Buddy the elf does. But obviously you're already doing that for your own development with a coach or your principal. And this leadership development plan, it complements that in the sense that it's a comprehensive process and a tool to go a little deeper and reflect, but really to get an opportunity to identify where do you want to stretch in your current role and maybe think ahead to where you want to go, and working with your principal to identify opportunity projects that will allow you to stretch. And that may be taking on a project aligned to the school priority. That's something that you're really going to work on with your principal to make sure you get those opportunities. So you're not just being thrown into a new role, but you're really getting an opportunity to get up to speed on that role when that happens. So you're going to work collaboratively with your principal to develop your own individual leadership development plan. We're going to talk through this in one of our first forums. So we'll give you all the specifics and share that with you. But that's one of the really exciting tools that you'll get a chance to use that, again, will hopefully help you in this role and help you think about what might be next. All right, and with that, I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Gilmore to talk us through some very nitty-gritty next steps to get you all set up for success.
Yes, thank you, Erica. So we hope that at this point you're excited to go on this journey with us. So now we're going to take a pause and go through some action steps for next week. So again, just be sure to RSVP for that Tuesday, either the Tuesday or Wednesday forum next week. Again, make sure you log into your Accelerate Online account so that you can begin accessing content. We also would love it if you would bookmark that landing page. Again, you want to ensure that you add about 30 minutes each week. I think I said each month earlier, but we want you to access that content consistently. So you'll need about 30 minutes a week to review the weekly learning opportunities. And again, hopefully you already took that pre-programmed survey, okay?